Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very warm and mesmerizing morning to all. I am Halima Zaib Malik from class 7 and this is my history presentation about the Mughal Empire. First of all, let's talk about the Mughal dynasty, which started from 1526 and ended in 1857. Babur ruled 1526 to 1530. Humayun, he ruled from 1530 to 1540 and then again from 1555 to 1556. Akbar ruled 1556 to 1605. Jahangir, he ruled from 1605 to 1627. Shah Jahan, he ruled from 1628 to 1657. Aurangzeb ruled from 1658 to 1707. Bahadur Shah ruled from 1707 to 1712. Jahandar Shah ruled from 1712 to 1713. Farooq Siyar ruled from 1713 to 1719. Muhammad Shah, he ruled from 1719 to 1748. Bahadur Shah II ruled from 1837 to 1857. Now let us talk about the expansion, the key dates. In 1526, Bahadur defeated the Sultan of Delhi at Panipat. During 1540 to 1555, Humayun was expelled by Sher Khan Suri, who returns in triumph. In 1560s, the extension of Mughal rule in Rajasthan occurs. During 1572 to 1573, Akbar conquers Gujarat. During 1576 to 1590s, the Mughal conquest of Bengal. In 1636, Bijapur acknowledges Mughal suzerainty. During 1686 to 1687, Bijapur and Golconda formally incorporate. And in 1698, the conquest of Guindy extends Mughal rule deep into South India. Now let us talk about the Mughal Empire. They called themselves Mughals, also called Mongols, and claimed to be the descendants of Timur the Lame. They invaded India, and during their invasion, the Gupta Empire fell in 600 AD. The Muslim tribes formed small kingdoms in northwestern India. The first Mughal emperor was Babur. When he was 11 years old, he inherited the throne in 1494. The region of his kingdom was Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. He swept down to India and began the Mughal Empire. How was he as a leader? He was a very strong and sensitive leader. He wrote poetry and loved art and gardens. He was a brilliant general and defeated an army of 100,000 with an army of 12,000. The next was Humayun. After Babur's death, his incompetent son Humayun lost most of the territory Babur gained. He regained some territory but later fell down a flight of steps and died. The next was Akbar. Akbar means the Great One. He was Babur's 13 years old grandson. He ruled India with wisdom and tolerance from 1556 to 1605. He was a liberal ruler. He was Muslim but strongly defended religious freedom. He got rid of the jizya tax, the tax on Hindus. He married 2 Hindus, a Christian and a Muslim. He was a genius in culture blending. Akbar the Great. A military conqueror. Military was the root of his strength. His army was well equipped with cannons, elephants, guns, composite bows. The combination of military power and the political wisdom, Akbar was able to unify a land of almost 100 million people. embraced influence. He welcomed many cultures and ideas. Akbar spoke Persian, but the common language was Hindi, and the soldier language was Urdu. Urdu was formed from the ranks of Akbar's army. It literally means from the soldier's camp. Architecture and literature. Both of these things flourished under Akbar. Akbar's period architecture developed under his reign. Next was Jahangir. Jahangir succeeded his father Akbar in 1605. He was the complete opposite of his father. He was poor monarch and warrior, but good at maintaining the status quo. Jahangir married Noor Jahan. She became the real ruler of the empire until the death of her husband. Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan succeeded his father in 1627. He was a better ruler than Jahangir. During his reign, he restored the efficiency of government and recovered territories. He maintained peace everywhere. The foreign traders were allowed in India and the trade increased considerably. The empire was expanded during his reign. Taj Mahal. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in honor of his wife who died during childbirth. He took over a decade to build it and nearly bankrupted the entire empire. Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb ascended the throne after deposing his father and beating his two brothers. He severely persecuted Hindus of northern India. His empire declines under his reign. He removed the tax-free status for Hindus and restored jizya tax. He destroyed many Hindu temples and crushed semi-autonomous Hindu states. His primary interest was promote Islam versus tolerant. Bahadur Shah. He was very old when he took over the throne. The empire was already fragmented by this point. During his reign, the empire was easy target for invasion for the Persian and British. The death of Aurangzeb and the short reign of his son led to the end of the Mughal Empire and the beginning of the British rule. Thank you everyone. Hope you understood the history behind the Mughal Empire. Thank you and